in my domain. Got the whole crowd screaming out our name. It's a blowout, it's a hurricane. It's over before you know it. While you shaking, we're a dynasty in the making. We're the royalty. Now we're breaking down the enemy. Move over for the soldiers. Take a swing, I can take a hit. If we die, it's fine. We live for this. It's all for this. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights. For the glory, for the glory. We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high. For the glory, we do it for the glory.
After 35 races, 26 regular season races, 9 playoff races, we are here for the season finale for Season 6 of the NNSCRA Hersheys Cup Series. 4 drivers are going to be battling for a championship here tonight. For 2 drivers, it's their first time in the Final Four. Brooke Allen and rookie RJ Reynolds, who becomes the first rookie to ever make it into the Final Four in the Hersheys Cup Series. Then you got J Baskinger, who's in the Final Four for the second time in his career. First time, Season 3, lost the championship by 7 points to the eventual champion K Mathews. And Trent Dunham takes part in his 3rd Final Four. He was in the Final Four in Season 3. Last year he was in the Final Four, made good winning the championship. He looks to become a back-to-back champion here in the Hersheys Cup Series tonight at Auto Club Speedway. 50 laps of racing. If you guys didn't tune into our previous 2 championship races here for the Trucks and Pizza Neck Series, you missed out on a lot. Truck race was a bit of a wreck fest, came down to who was going to be the best survivor. Nick Johnson rose to that occasion, became a back-to-back champion in the Tech Slayer Truck Series. And yesterday, it came down to a fuel strategy race. Cody Lavas not only winning the race, but taking the championship for the first time in his Pizza Neck Series career. So what will we see here tonight? Will it be a wreck fest? Will it be a survival fest for our 4 championship competitors? Or will they have to rely on their crew chiefs and pit crews to get them this championship? On the pole position is going to be Benny Watson. Alongside of him is D Poteet. Both these drivers tied for most wins in a single season. D Poteet got 4 wins back in Season 4. Benny Watson got 4 wins this year, trying to get his 5th is the rookie sensation of domination. But we've also got some interesting championship battles going on here and some other points battles that we're going to be following during the course of this race, not including the Final Four. We've got the rookie points battle coming to this race. Benny Watson currently with the points lead, 2 points ahead over RJ Reynolds, only 3 back to J Gilbert, 4 to Jordan Anderson, and 6 to Joshua Collard. The most that a rookie can gain in a race for the rookie points is 7 points in total, being the highest finishing rookie. So it is possible for Collard to be able to get the Rookie of the Year honors, but it's going to be a long shot. I think the big battle itself is going to be between Watson, Reynolds, and Gilbert here tonight. We're also going to keep tabs on the battle for 37th in the point standings, because 5 drivers at the completion of this race will be losing their charters. 3 confirmed drivers we know will lose their charters are going to be Kat Batson, Joshua Sekuli, and Blake Keys. They cannot make it into the top 37.
Drivers, start your engines.
As I just got interrupted. But the battle I think tonight's going to be between 36th through 39th in the points. Keith Batson, Levi McIntyre, L Alvarise, and Jessica Shelton. Right now, Keith Batson and Levi McIntyre are in. Alvarise and Shelton are out. Batson is only 7 points ahead of Levi McIntyre, who would be that cutoff line driver. McIntyre has 20 points on L Alvarise, 23 points on Jessica Shelton. But if Batson or McIntyre get in any kind of trouble or a wreck here tonight, that could open the door for Alvarise and Shelton to capitalize, maybe race their way into the top 37. They say it's not where you start, it's where you finish. That's pretty true here at Auto Club. You can pick up a lot of spots here in the beginning stages of this race. We've seen drivers move from the back to the front in a matter of about 6 to 7 laps. Trent Dunham is the highest starting of the playoff drivers here tonight. He'll roll off from 12th. Jake Baskinger will be starting 18th. Brooke Allen in 28th, and RJ Reynolds will have to try and do it from the rear of the field in 37th place. But bear in mind, Cody Lamas was the furthest back starter of the final four in yesterday's Pizza Hut X Series race. Where did he finish the event? In the first position. So RJ Reynolds has just as much a chance as everybody else in this field of getting his car up to the front. Reynolds trying to chase history here, become the first rookie to win a championship in the Hersheys Cup Series. Drivers trying to join the likes of Anthony McCurry, Chris Dodd, Kyle Mathews, Matt Haas, and Trent Dunham as a Hersheys Cup Series champion. Benny Watson and Dylan Poteet, they will lead us down here to the green flag for the final time in the Hersheys Cup Series Season 6. We're green at Auto Club. Let's roll. Now, if you didn't tune in to our Truck Series race, this track can hold them 4 wide, as many rows as you want. When they start going 5 wide, it's very difficult for drivers, especially on the bottom, to give room on the exit of the corner. That's when most of our trouble ends up happening. So keep an eye in the middle of the pack. See if you see any 5 wide situations, because if you do, that's where trouble may be brewing. And of course, being a speedway, this track very similar to a super speedway in many respects with the draft. You noticed how they were single file middle of the pack. They all just bunched right up to 3 and 4 wide by the time they got out of turn 3. Dylan Young gonna lead that lap, first lap of the night. And I think they're 5 wide back there already. That's JT Bryant, Zachary Fitzwater. But they settle it out to 4 wide by the time they get to the exit of the corner. They can go 5 wide on entry, but they have to be 4 wide on exit. I think we had a wreck. Yes, we did. Caution, we had a wreck on the back straightaway. They're 5 wide off turn 4. Oh, and there they go. Someone scraped the wall. Someone's up in the air. That's Levi McIntyre. Anderson, Bryant also involved. Voyles going to lead us to this caution. Who got through the wreck, though, is the question. I see Dunham. I see Allan. I don't see Baskinger or Reynolds, though. Did they get through the wreck? Dunham in the 1, Allan in the 3. I see them. They were not involved. But Baskinger and Reynolds are not seen right now. They might have gotten involved here in very early cautions. This caution came out on lap 2. And we had a follow-up wreck out of turn 4 coming to the caution. Voyles, the race leader. Let's see who was involved. Sandfer, the defending winner of this race, is involved. And he's out of the race. Tim Walsh, JT Bryant. Oh, there's Benny Watson. That could be his hopes done for winning Rookie of the Year honors. Keith Batson is involved. Fitzwater, Richardson, McIntyre. That's 2 drivers we were talking about, Batson and McIntyre, who were 36th and 37th in points. And it looks like their days are done. Poteet's involved. There's Reynolds. Does he have damage? Yes, he does. He's got some front-end damage. There's Baskinger in the 38. Does he have any damage? Might have a little front-end damage, also some rear-end damage on his race car, but I'm not really sure how extensive that is. Cody Smart's got damage on his machine. Sakuli's bent up on the back. As looks like everybody's hit pit road here under this yellow flag. I don't think anybody stayed out. Nope, everybody came to pit road. But Baskinger's got damage, Reynolds got damage, but how extensive is the damage on their race cars is the question. And now, does this open up the door for L Alvarise and Jessica Shelton to get themselves into the top 37? Does this open the door for Gilbert, Reynolds, or Anderson? Well, actually, Anderson, I think, was caught up in the wreck, so Gilbert or Reynolds to take Rookie of the Year honors. Because Benny Watson looks like he's out of this race. Caution's out for the first time here today at Auto Club. Looks like Voyles is going to get off pit road still with the race lead, so he'll be the leader when we go back green. Let's take a look at a replay of what happened first in turn number 3 and then out of turn number 4. Well, we actually had 3 wrecks in the span of 3 turns. Exiting turn 2, they were 5 wide. Contact's going to start, I believe, between possibly Fitzwater and Richardson. Oh, no, right there. Brady Gonzales crowds Tim Walsh up the track. Gets into Jake Baskinger. Baskinger is going to save it. He only got a little bit of rear-end damage. Shelton was involved in that, along with Joshua Sakuli. Oh, and then Walsh going to hook Baskinger again. There's contact for the 69 of RJ Reynolds. Then Reynolds going to go up. He's going to get the wall. Hits the wall. That spins his race car around. He's going to get a shot from Tim Walsh there. Shane Lake up and into the wall. And then further up here, what happens? Oh, look at this. They were almost 6 wide. And that's Keys on the bottom, Richardson in the middle there. And then Richardson sent up into McIntyre, Batson, Fitzwater, Bryant, Watson, and Poteet. And then, oh, Anderson clobbers JT Bryant. Wow. Nowhere to go for a lot of these drivers. And then come flying in, come Gonzales, Sekuli, and Miles. There's Sandfer. And who's he going to hit? Looks like it's going to be Bryant. Oh! Tim Walsh came flying in. He got involved. Shelton's going to get around this, though. There's a car upside down. Who is that? Is that the, it's not the 22. Oh, that's the 39 of Batson. Who did he hit? Or who hit him? Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Wow. He went up in the air. Let's take a look at this, see if we can get a better camera view here. Let's go to our TV2 cam. Oh, this will be a perfect view. Watch the 39 up and into the air right there. Levi McIntyre up in the air as well. He was actually up on top of, I think that was James Richardson. And Keith Batson went over, I think it was Dylan Poteet. And there you just see them all come flying in. So Wrigley gets around on the high side. There goes Tim Walsh on by, but he clobbered, I think it was JT Bryant further up. And there's Sandfer. You know, he clobbered Bryant as well. Well, Reynolds got damage with the right front. He also got up into the wall in turn 3. Baskinger got hooked, got some rear end damage, and then got hooked again, got some right front damage. I don't know how damaged those cars are going to be. They might be up to speed, but I'm not 100% certain. But right now, the ball is in the court of Trent Dunham and Brooke Allan, because so far they have not been involved in a wreck. First caution of the day here at Auto Club. Let's go back for the green. Green flag will come back out on lap 7 of 50. That gives us 44 laps remaining in this race. Daniel Voyles won the battle off pit road, restarts the leader over Elijah Gilbert, Chris Dodd, Joshua Collard, and Sean Gallighan. Kyle Mathews restarts 6th. Trent Dunham, Brooke Allan, they're 7th and 8th, with John Arndt and Kyle Keith completing your top 10. Baskinger and Reynolds, I believe, both were able to continue. They are both restarting back in 31st and 32nd. The last 2 cars in the lead lap is after the wrecks. And I say wrecks plural because there were 3 of them. Are the cars of Poteet, McIntyre, Fitzwater, Richardson, Walsh, Bryant, Benny Watson, Keith Batson, Charles Sandfer, and Jordan Anderson. So I think Watson's not going to win the championship for the Rookie of the Year title. That, I think, at the current point in time, is going to be battled between Elijah Gilbert and potentially Joshua Collard, who still is up here with a shot. As Gallighan goes for the race lead, bear in mind the 3 and the 1 would love to be able to lead a lap and give them a bonus point, as all 4 championship competitors came into this race tied, none of them winning a race during round 3. So that would give him a point advantage as Gallighan to the race lead. Brooke Allan right behind him. That 3 car would love to get to the front lead this lap. Brooke Allan's going to try. Who's going to lead it? Is the 44 going to spoil it? Ooh, I think Brooke might have gotten it. Ticker says the 3 did lead a lap. So right now, Brooke Allan has a 1-point advantage over everybody else. Now, we already mentioned that Levi McIntyre and Keith Batson are out of the race, and they came in 36th and 37th in the point standings. So right now, the pressure is on L Alvarise and Jessica Shelton to rise to the occasion and get finishes good enough to displace those 2 out of the top 37 and move their way in. Let's see where McIntyre officially finished and where Batson officially finished. McIntyre was 34th, Batson was 40th. Let me just make a note of that here. So, with the way that it is right now, for L Alvarise to displace Levi McIntyre, he needs to finish in 14th or better. For Shelton to displace Levi McIntyre, she needs to finish in third or better. However, if they want to try and displace K Batson, who was only, 7 points ahead of McIntyre? Yeah. So if they want to displace Batson, Shelton would have to finish 10th or better, and Alvarise would have to finish... I think it's 20th or better? No. 13th or better. Shelton trying to lead a lap here. That would help her in gaining a bonus point towards trying to get in the top 37. Not going to be able to do it. Trent Dunham tailing the former champion Anthony McCurry on the inside line. Got a lot of former champions up here. Trent, Anthony, and Chris Dodd. Trent to the front, trying to lead a lap to counter the bonus point gained by Brooke Allan. Oh, trouble in the back! That's Brooke Allan involved, along with Elijah Gilbert. Caution will fly once again. Trent Dunham trying to hang on against Daniel Voyles. He wants to lead this lap, but then again, one of his main sources of competition just got involved in that wreck. Voyles going to lead us under our second caution here on lap number 12. And Brooke Allan was caught up in the tail end of that. As was Elijah Gilbert, who was also sitting in a catbird seat to maybe take Rookie of the Year honors. That was an incident on the back straightaway, heading towards the entrance of turn number 3. Daniel Gilbert is on pit road. There's his teammate, Brooke Allan. Got right side and rear damage on her race car. Dylan Young, he was collected in the 2. Cody Smart might have been involved. There's Baskinger and Reynolds. That caution was a big break for them, and the fact that one of their Championship 4 competitors was involved. And there's Elijah Gilbert. He's coming to pit road. He's got right side damage. I don't think a whole lot of damage on his race car, though. So he still might be in the hunt for the Rookie of the Year battle. And nobody's coming to pit road this lap. They all pitted back on the first caution, but they're not going to pit this time. Not willing to give up the track position, maybe planning for another caution to come out, or feeling that there's no sense coming to pit road now, giving up track position, because you're only going to have to probably pit under green flag conditions once, maybe 2 more times. So, as Voyles paces us under our second caution of the day, let's go back, take a look and see what happened. And it was pretty much 5 wide off the corner again. Gallighan, Brooke Allan, Elijah Gilbert, Daniel Gilbert, and Dylan Young. Let's see where the initial contact happens. Happens between the 3 and the 98. Squeezes Dylan Young up into the wall. Wow, Dylan Young went up and over the hood of Daniel Gilbert. J Gardner, our winner from a couple of weeks ago, hard on the brakes. I don't think he got involved. I think he was able to squeak by. Gilbert goes into a slide. Brooke Allan goes into a slide. And I think those were only really the drivers that were involved. I think everybody else got through it. So in regards to most of the wrecks we've had so far this weekend, this one was relatively tame. It involved at the most 4 drivers. But importantly, it involved one of our playoff contenders in Brooke Allan. So we're going to have to see if this damage is going to hinder her at all. Not a whole lot of damage, but it could hurt her aerodynamically. Caution's out for the second time here tonight at Auto Club. So like I said, I don't know if that damage is going to hurt Brooke Allan speed-wise, but it certainly lost her a lot of track position. Trent Dunham now up the highest running driver in second place. And the rest of his competition is quite a ways back there. As you've got J Baskinger mired back in 26th. RJ Reynolds just ahead of him in 25th. And right now, Brooke Allan is the last car on the lead lap in 31st place. Another driver behind the wall, that being the 4 of Daniel Gilbert, joining a number of others in the garage area. As it's going to be Daniel Voyles, the leader, over Trent Dunham. Kyle Mathews is 3rd. 4th is Blake Keys. 5th place, J McCloud. Rest of your top 10 are going to be Sean Gallighan. L Alvarise, who right now is looking at a good spot to be able to get himself into the top 37. Then it's Cole Baker, Emmanuel Hartnett, and Joshua Collard. Alvarise is up in 7th. Shelton back in 19th. She needs to be a lot better than that to be able to get herself up into the top 37, but still a long ways to go. We're not even halfway. Green flag back out with 33 laps to go, make it 34 laps to go here on lap 17. Now, Brooke Allan, bear in mind, has already led a lap, so she has a bonus point. Trent Dunham restarting second. You can bet he's pretty anxious to probably get to the front, get himself a bonus point for leading. Kyle Mathews, though, says not so fast. Crossover 3 wide, headed to turn 3. Trent's going to try and throw the block, but I don't think he's going to be successful. But can he get the run out of turn 4 in that middle groove and beat Kyle Mathews back to the start-finish line? He's trying. Oh, it's going to be close. Mathews got it by a nose. Trent tried so hard to lead a lap here, but he keeps getting denied. And right now, I think Collard, the way that the drivers are situated, I think he could potentially be the current leader of the rookie point standings. Trent Dunham, though, used the high side. Nice move right there, as he's going to go down and block all 3 lanes. Trent Dunham's finally going to get it done this time. He's going to not be denied leading the lap. Now Trent Dunham joins Brooke Allan as a playoff driver that has a bonus point for leading a lap. While we've got the time, let's tell you guys your previous winners at this event. Only 2 drivers in this field were previous winners here. Charles Sandfer was the defending winner of this race, winning in front of his home crowd last season. And one of our final 4 championship competitors is a former winner of this track. J Baskinger took the checkers here back in season 4. The other former winners of this event is we got trouble again! McCloud gets turned. Voyles is collected. Caution waves for the 3rd time. Well, I'll give you guys the rest of the statistics in a moment. They're still wrecking on the front straightaway. Just past the start-finish line, they were still spinning. And Trent Dunham is going to be the leader here under our 3rd caution of the day. And the wrecking that took place there in the front straightaway tells me drivers came in full speed and plowed, and that could have been some of our off-the-pace playoff contenders. Could be some championship hopes dashed in this caution. Let's look and see who was involved. And there's one of them. Baskinger in it. His championship hopes are over. Mathews involved. Drayton's in it. Dylan Young. Kat Batson. There's RJ Reynolds. His championship hopes are over. There's McCloud, Arndt, Collard. They've got damage. I think there's damage on the front of Shane Lake's 55. There is indeed. I don't know if Brooke Allan was in it or not. Blake Keys has got right side damage as everybody hits pit road this lap. And just like that, 2 drivers remain in the hunt for the championship. Looks like it's going to come down between Trent Dunham in the 1, Brooke Allan in the 3. Let's go back, see what happened. It started from turn 4. It made its way all the way past the start-finish line. Can't tell if they're 5 wide or not. Yeah, I think they were just barely 5 wide. Blade Keys, Huxley, and Alvarez up the track into J McCloud. Kyle Mathews, Kat Batson, nowhere to go, along with Alex Drayton. There you see that Keys goes down, gets J Arndt and Daniel Voyles. That continues the wreck, but we're going to follow right here, see if anybody else gets involved. Collard's up top side. He gets pinned behind Kat Batson. He got damage out of that. And it looks like they all then were able to clear these guys, but then up ahead further, I think is where the wreck's going to continue. Drayton's in the grass. We're looking at the 69 of RJ Reynolds. He's going to run to the back of Drayton. He's going to spin around. He's going to get a shot right here from Shane Lake. Continues to spin. Where's the 38 of Baskinger? How does he get involved is the question. Was he involved in something further back? Oh, there's Kat Batson getting into Reynolds. Where's the 38 car? Oh, 38 went through the grass. So he hit somebody else. Oh. Who was that he got? Was that Kat Batson? No, it wasn't Kat Batson in 70. Who was that? Might have been McCloud? Oh, they might be the 09 of Kyle Mathews. Oh, right there. Dylan Young hits Mathews. That shoots him down the racetrack right in front of J Baskinger. And there's no way that that car is going to be able to get repaired. That was heavy front-end damage for the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boat Chevrolet. So I think we can safely say that two of our championship competitors are out of the hunt. Baskinger and Reynolds. Depending on where each one retires out of the race will determine whether they're going to finish third and fourth overall in the point standings, but it looks like it's going to come down between Trent Dunham and Brooke Allan. Allan's got a little bit of damage, so she may have to help for a little help from above for Trent Dunham to get involved in a wreck. Both drivers have countered each other with a lap-led bonus point, so now it comes down to best finishing position between those two as to who's going to win the championship. Not even to the halfway point, and already working our third caution. And two of our championship competitors are out of the running. Out of the race include the cars of Dylan Young, Kat Batson, Alex Drayton. Looks like RJ Reynolds will finish third overall this season in the point standings as he finishes 28th. Shane Lake out of the race, and then 30th Jake Baskinger, so he'll finish fourth in the overall point standings. Kyle Mathews also out of the race, and that leaves us only 24 cars still running and on the lead lap. Trent Dunham out in front. Now, he's been able to lead here, pacing under caution, but I don't think he right now is in the running for most laps led. I think right now that would be Daniel Voyles, who led us under our first two cautions. So with those caution laps to his credit, I think right now he would have most points for most laps led. So Trent Dunham and Brooke Allan each have a lap led apiece, or at least a bonus point for a lap led. Brooke Allan's going to restart back in the 14th position. We'll see if she's up to speed here as she's up in this lead pack. Green flag back in the air. You know, Brooke Allan kind of is in the Joshua Michaels situation, if you will. From last year, Michaels was in his final Hersheys Cup Series start, was trying to win the championship. Brooke Allan tried to do exactly the same thing. She's going to be going down to the Pizza Hut Series next season. This is her final Hersheys Cup Series race, making way for rookie Holly Davis in the 3-car next year. So she would obviously love to be able to head to the Pizza Hut Series as a former champion of Hersheys Cup Series competition. Elijah Gilbert, we saw he got involved in that wreck, the second caution. Apparently they got the damage fixed. He's still up to speed, so right now he would be the main source of competition for Betty Watson to take the Rookie of the Year honors. You saw there was a little bit of leading going on there between Benjamin Miles and Emmanuel Hartnett. Not sure what that was all about. They were in the middle of just a 3-wide situation. It wasn't like they were 4 or 5 wide, needing to shove each other out of the way to give each other room. Brooke Allan's keeping touch here with this pack, and Trent Dunham's starting to fall back a little bit, so this championship battle is not in Trent Dunham's court just yet. I'm also noticing a good run right now by the 0-2 of Jessica Shelton, trying to displace either Levi McIntyre or Keith Batson out of the top 37 in points. L Alvarise got a piece of, I think it was the second caution. He's still running, but he's currently back in 23rd. That's not going to cut the mustard of being able to get his way into the top 37 in points. He was 20 points behind Levi McIntyre, so in order to displace McIntyre, he needs to be running at least... Oh no, trouble again! Chris Dodd just got hooked up the racetrack into K Shearer. That was right in front of Trent Dunham, and I think Trent somehow avoided it. Fourth caution at the halfway point. Johnny Gardner's going to lead us here to this caution flag, and the yellow flag continues to rear its ugly head here tonight at Auto Club. And I think Shelton might have been just collected up in that one. I was just talking about her. I think she was involved in that wreck, along with K Shearer and Chris Dodd. There's Shearer, there's Dodd, where's Shelton? And she was involved. Oh, boy. McCloud looks like he was in it as well. And that could be a charter for next year up in smoke for Jessica Shelton. Alvarez has got some damage, but I don't know if that was from the earlier incident or not. There is Chris Dodd, and there is what remains of the K Shearer machine. I'll tell you who did a great job avoiding that wreck, though, was Trent Dunham. He was right behind that wreck. I think he should have, by all rights and purposes, gotten caught up in that, but he wasn't. But, more importantly, Brooke Allan was able to get around Trent at the time. She's 11th, she's 13th, he's 14th. Right now, Brooke Allan would be the current champion. But as they make pit stops, let's take a look and see what happened. And again, 5 wide. This time it's Keith, Chris Dodd, Trent Dunham, K Shearer, and I think just the left rear quarter panel of Joseph Srigley. There's the contact. Chris Dodd kind of crowds Trent Dunham up the track. And how Trent did get involved. I thought he got through it, but he got some right side damage there. K Shearer nowhere to go, save for Jessica Shelton. And just like that, that brings out our 4th caution. Well, that might be the night over for Jessica Shelton, who was looking good to maybe displace either Keith Batson or Levi McIntyre out of the top 37 in points, but not what she needed. I think we may end up having another wreck here as well involving McCloud in the 51. Let's follow this real quick. K Shearer, the 34, down on the bottom of the racetrack. There's McCloud and Keys coming in full speed. Shearer's down on the apron. McCloud's not slowing up. And does he run into the back of the 34? Yes, he does. And then Blade Keys is going to squeak through. So there's more damage for Shearer and more damage for McCloud. And I think we could have at least 3 more drivers out of this race. I'm kind of questioning how much damage Trent Dunham got out of all that. As they're going to probably have an extended stay repairing that race car. And with Brooke Allan having a little bit of rear end damage, this could put the 2 of those drivers on an even keel once again in terms of speed. And make the battle for the championship even closer. Let's go back now for the green flag. 4th caution of the night here at Auto Club. I mean, do you get the feeling it's championship week? The aggressiveness tonight has been off the charts. We have more drivers out of the race now after that wreck, including K Shearer, Jessica Shelton, and James McCloud. Shelton finishes in 23rd. She needed to finish either 13th or better to best Levi McIntyre, or she needed to finish in 6th or better to best Keith Batson. So it looks like Shelton will be one of the drivers who will not have a charter for the Hersheys Cup Series next season. Joining Kat Batson, Blade Keys, and Joshua Cooley. So now the big pressure is on the 08 of L Alvarise, who is still running. He's 18th right now. We'll document his point situation in just a moment. J Gardner, our winner from Talladega a couple of weeks ago, will lead us to the green over D Voyles, B Gonzales, Joshua Cooley, Benjamin Miles. Then it's going to be Kyle Keith, Sean Gallighan, Anthony McCurry, Dallas McIntosh, Emmanuel Hartnett, the top 10. As far as the 2 championship competitors, Brooke Allan restarts 11th, Trent Dunham in 20th as the green flag is back in the air. 20 laps to go here at Auto Club. Real quickly, I was going over back during our 3rd caution, the former winners of this event. I only got to J Baskinger, the winner of Season 4. The other winners of this event from Seasons 1 through 3, Austin LaPlante, Joshua Michaels, and John Andrews as a non-charter car back in Season 3 as D Voyles goes for the top spot. Now, the battle right now for L Alvarise between himself, Levi McIntyre, and Keith Batson is as follows. Alvarise came into this race 20 points behind Levi McIntyre. He needs to be running in 13th or better right now in order to displace Levi McIntyre. With Keith Batson out of the race in 40th, he needs to be running in 6th position or better to displace Keith Batson. So basically, he's got to be up inside the top 13 to have a shot of getting into the top 37 in points. And that car is obviously off the pace. There he is. He's got to hope more drivers get involved in wrecks. Trent Dunham, that damage has obviously very much affected him. He's back here. Brooke Allan in the 3 is up in this lead pack, and she's actually trying to get back up to the front. Ooh, little contact there between himself and Emmanuel Hartnett. Trent Dunham's thinking, yes, wreck the 3. The contact that Brooke Allan got from her wreck, she just barely got clipped in the rear, got a little bit of rear end damage. Trent Dunham, on the other hand, he went up and pancaked the right side pretty good. So that's why the 3 car is more up to speed than the 1 car would be. Brooke moves into 2nd place now, behind D Voyles. Got some drivers up here, though, that are trying to get their first win of the season. Got some pretty good candidates. You got the 29 of Kyle King, the 21 of Joseph Srigley, 73 of Joshua Sakuli. All trying to find victory lane for the first time this season, and also throw Emmanuel Hartnett, the 83 at the tail end of this pack, into that group. Got some other drivers who have found victory lane this season that want to go back. Brooke Allen has won 3 times this year. Would love to tie Dylan Poteet and Benny Watson as a 4-time winner in a single season. Daniel Voyles got his first taste of victory lane earlier on this year. Would love to go back. Anthony McCurry won at Phoenix. Gallighan won at, I think it was Springfield. It was one of the dirt tracks. Miles, a former winner from this season. McIntosh winning the 500. Brandon Gonzales, a former winner from this year. And Johnny Gardner, our winner from Talladega, as we mentioned 2 weeks ago. Voyles still out in front. So I think right now with Voyles leading under 2 cautions and leading a few laps here under green, I think he's wrapped up the bonus point for most laps led. So that is a bonus point that Brooke Allen will not be able to get. At the line, Voyles and Srigley. Voyles just barely going to get that one. He had a photo finish here in yesterday's Pizza X Series race. Cody Lamas just edging out Garrett Sidler, so could we be in line for a photo finish here tonight? Slow car up ahead that the leaders will have to deal with. That's the 88 of Chris Dodd, who got involved in the, I think it was the second caution, or was it our most recent caution? I think it was the third caution, rather. Are they going to catch him here out of turn 4? They're going to have to find a way around him. Oh, Gallighan might have just run him over. Yikes. Got into the back of him. I thought he was going to hook the 88. Keeps it straight, though, and keeps it going. Got a little freight train back here. Elijah Gilbert, Cody Smart, and Player Keys. There's Collard, Baker, Dunham, and Alvarise. There's J Arndt, and he's the, right now, last car on the lead lap, currently scored in the 20th position. We've only got 21 cars on the racetrack. Chris Dodd at 21st. We saw just go a lap down. Dallas McIntosh started out the year in the Daytona 500 with a victory. Would love to have a bookend season. Start the year with a win, end the season with a win. But boy, Joseph Srigley got a heck of a run out of turn 4. Big run to the inside of turn 1. Brooke Allen slotted in 7th. Right now looking good to take this championship. Michael Norman Motorsports going to have an interesting look next year. Daniel Gilbert's going to still have his charter for next year, as he wasn't really in danger of losing it coming into this race. Joshua Collin returns to the team. Holly Davis moves to the 3. And of course, Dougie Shears finishing in the top 4 in the point standings of the Pizza X Series here last night. He now can move up to the Hersheys Cup Series. Don't know if he's going to move to a Michael Norman Motorsports ride or not. We're going to have to wait and see. As now Srigley with the top spot. Closest Srigley was to going to victory lane this season, I think, was back at Rockingham, North Carolina, where himself, Trent Dunham, and Keith Batson were in a really good battle. Trent was the eventual winner of that race, but Srigley's had a very stellar year, though. You can't take anything away from him because he comes into this race 19th in the point standings, which theoretically is the second highest running position you can be in, not making it into the playoffs. He's had a very consistent year. As a matter of fact, 18th in points. The highest running driver with not making the playoffs is right there, Sean Gallighan in the 44. 4 wide back there with Sakuli, Keith, Voyles, and Srigley, as they're going to catch the Reddit Zaxby's Chevrolet of J Arndt. And they caught him in a bad spot right there on the exit of turn 4. Gallighan uses the low line to get by, and he will lead that lap. Brooke Allen was up on the top side, but she's going to get around, it looks like, going into turn 1. For Brooke Allen right now, it's all just trying to minimize the damage. Just be smart, be conservative, because she's up to speed. Trent Dunham is not. And she's just got to keep herself ahead of that 1 car. Now, we went back green. What was it, back on lap 33, I think? That would have left us with about 17 laps to go. I think these drivers are good to go on fuel, because it's 9 laps to go as they hit the line this time. So I think they're good to go on fuel. We're just watching the battle here to the checkers. As things stand right now, based on my calculations, Brooke Allen would win the overall championship. Elijah Gilbert would win the Rookie of the Year honors. And right now, with where everyone's running, Levi McIntyre and Keith Batson are safe in the top 37 in points. Alvarez has not been able to get himself high enough to displace either one of them, and Shelton is out of the race. So right now, the drivers that would be losing their charters for next season would be Alvarez, Shelton, Kat Batson, Zakuli, and Billy Keys. Voyles trying to go back to the front. He's, I think, had the strongest car of the day. He's been out in front the most. But there's a lot of drivers behind him that think otherwise. Brooke Allen trying to make it back-to-back nights where the champion wins the race. Cody Lamas did it last night. But here comes a freight train out of the bottom. Miles, Srigley, and Gardner. They're bringing Dallas McIntosh along with them. Voyles continues to lead for the moment. Another slow car up ahead for these drivers to have to deal with. That's Chris Dodd again. He's already a lap down. This would put him a second lap down. Looks like they're going to catch him here to the entrance of 3. Voyles with a nice side draft there, going to get by. That's going to hold up the outside line, which Brooke Allen is a part of. Brooke Allen's going to lose some track position there as a result of the slower 88. Who has no allegiances to any of the drivers in the top 4 in the points coming into this race. As we have 6 laps remaining here at Auto Club Speedway. Daniel Voyles getting his first taste of victory lane. Back at, I believe it was Arizona, was it? No. Where did he have his win at? I'm trying to recall. I think it was before the All-Star race. Was it Kansas? No, it wasn't Kansas. Where was it? Mine's not working with me today. Trying to find it, and I'm not finding where his win was at. I apologize. Well, regardless, I don't think I'm going to find it. Voyles looking for his first repeat win season. He's already gotten his first win of his career, looking for his second, but here comes Dallas McIntosh and Johnny Gardner. A couple of drivers who have won at super speedways this season. McIntosh at Daytona, Gardner at Talladega. Brooke Allen, we saw that she faded back. She's now slotted in the 10th position. Right now, with Trent Dunham currently mired back in the 18th position, 30 seconds off the lead, Brooke Allen is in the catbird seat. Like I said, I think these guys are good to go on fuel, but then again, maybe not. Maybe we'll see pit stops in the closing stages here. That would certainly be interesting. Voyles not letting anybody get to his inside as he's got 3 laps to go. These guys behind him, they've got to formulate a plan, formulate a draft to get up to him. If they keep battling for second place, that's not going to help their cause. But that 26 has been strong out in front all night long regardless, so I think they're going to have to work together to get by him. I'm not sure any one car is going to be able to best him. Going to be great finishes to finish out the year, though, for some of these guys. Joshua Zakuli, regardless of the fact he's going to be losing his charter. Good run up here right now in the top 5. Sean Gallagher, Joseph Srigley, we documented how consistent they've been this year, regardless of not being in the playoffs. They're going to finish well. Got former playoff drivers Anthony McCrory, Benjamin Miles, Dallas McIntosh up in this group. They're going to finish out the year on a high note. Gardner's been good last couple of weeks with that win at Talladega. He's up here in the top 10. Got some more cars up ahead. Got 4 cars all lined up there. I think that was Cole Baker, L Alvarise, Trent Dunham, and Joshua Collard. And these guys could end up being in danger of going a lap down before this race is over. And this could make it very interesting here as the white flag was just displayed. This could be about who's going to be able to move their way through traffic as to who's going to win this race. And Srigley's going to drive it to the bottom, try and go for the win. Voyles has got to get to the inside of Alvarez. He throws the block on Srigley. He gets to the bottom. Srigley's right there with him along with Sakuli. They've got more traffic to deal with here. And Cole Baker, he slows him up. Oh, Voyles goes low. Srigley, is he going to be able to go any lower? No, he's not. Daniel Voyles gets his second career win. He'll take the checkered flag here tonight at Auto Club. Brooke Allan is going to be your Hersheys Cup Series champion. She finishes 9th. Elijah Gilbert will be your Rookie of the Year. He'll finish in 12th. Keith Batson and Levi McIntyre are safe with their charges for next season. Alvarez is going to come up just short, as is Jessica Shelton. Daniel Voyles got his first career win this season. And now gets his second career win, taking the checkered flag in the season finale here tonight at the Auto Club Speedway. What a year it has been for him. Definitely a career year. Not only got his first win, but made it into his first playoff berth. Daniel Voyles, I just found out his first win was at Darlington. And he gets career win number 2 here tonight. The season draws to a close. Brooke Allan, in her swan song season, will be heading to the Pizza Hut X Series next year as a former Hersheys Cup Series champion. How about that? It is, I believe, the first championship for Michael Norman Motorsports as an organization as well. So, big time win for them. And Elijah Gilbert, 2-time winner this season, able to best the 4-time winning rookie Benny Watson. He will take Rookie of the Year honors in what's his final year in the Hersheys Cup Series. He also is stepping down to the Pizza Hut X Series. So, how interesting is that? 2 drivers that we will not see next season winning the respective overall and rookie championships. But Daniel Voyles, 2-time winner this season. Great run for him. Joseph Srigley will get 2nd, Sakuli 3rd, Miles 4th, McIntosh in 5th. Rest of the top 10 were McCrory, Gallighan, Keith, your champion Brooke Allan, and Emmanuel Hartnett. We only had a total of 17 drivers finish on the lead lap, with Gardner, Gilbert, Gonzales, Keys, Smart, Dunham, and Collard. 4 drivers finished off the lead lap, Baker, Alvarez, Arndt, and Chris Dodd, and everyone else was out of the race. Reynolds finished in 28th, and Baskinger in 30th. So Allan finishes first this year in the point standings, with Dunham second, Reynolds third, and Baskinger in 4th place. What a season, though. Wow. So, Nick Johnson, a back-to-back champion of the Tax Lorry Truck Series. Cody Lamas, the champion of the Pizza Hut X Series. And Brooke Allan gets it done. I believe this is also Chevy Camaro's first Hersheys Cup Series championship as well, with Brooke Allan. So, hope you guys all enjoyed this race. If you did, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Hope you also enjoyed this season. These are the rookie points, overall points, and championship points, capping off Season 6 of the Hersheys Cup Series. Brooke Allan is your champion for Season 6. Elijah Gilbert is your rookie champion for Season 6. 5 drivers that we will probably see in the Pizza Hut X Series next year, unless they're able to wangle out some kind of a deal of getting a charter for next year, would include the following: L Alvarise, Jessica Shelton, Kat Batson, Joshua Sakuli, and Blaine Keys. They have lost their charters for next year to Cody Lamas, Cody Lamas, Scott Roush, Jordan Lopez, Dougie Shears, and I forgot the other one. Doggone it. Who's the other one? And Joshua Osborne. So we'll see them moving up. We'll see those other 5 probably moving down. But like I said, they may be able to get a charter out of somewhere. But really going to all depend on who's returning next season and who isn't. And a lot of swapping of charters might go on during the off season. Anyway, though, if you want to check out swapping of chars that might happen, you can check us out on Facebook at NNSCRA NR 2003 and Gaming Facebook page. And also you can check out our Discord as well. There's a lot of news that happens there, a lot of paint scheme reveals, so you can check us out there as well. Links to both those are down in the description below. But once again, thank you everyone for tuning in to this season. We will see you guys next year. Tax Layer Truck Series will be back for a third season. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I mean, the Coors Light Truck Series will be back for a third season. We're changing up the name for that series. Then the Pizza Next Series, they'll be back for their 5th season. And Hersheys Cup Series moving to the new Monster Energy Cup Series 18 mod for Season 7. You're not going to want to miss that action, as we've got some new features coming up for next year. And should be some great racing as well. Till then, though, I've been Seth Cole. Thanks for sticking it out for the 3 seasons here. You've been watching, you know it, Offline Racing at its best, a production of the NNSCRA. We will see you guys next year.